We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
First down, here's Mitchell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. Once again, it's Mitchell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
4th down, here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now Hurts changing up the play. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. But first down, Hurts. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down. And now an audible here into something else. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Vikings. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Play action. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And Walker has it. Oh, look at that. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Flush to his right.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
To throw is Jackson on 1st down.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
Called a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards on that one at a Raven 1st. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Slot man moves right. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
And now they'll shift things around.
Again, Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Jackson now. Rolling to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing is Hurts. Forced out to his left. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On second down, Jackson
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On third down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one into the hands of Flowers. And down inside the 15 he goes. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw again is Jackson. Steps away. That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. Now Jackson on second down. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down at 7.
Henry out of the pistol. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Deebo Samuel, 52 yards. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
Play action. Now Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. They go play action now. Jackson under pressure, and they got to him again. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Jonathan Allen. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play action. Here's Hurts. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And bulldozing his way through. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we're watching them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Henry up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw.
A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up fourth. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
They go play action with Hurts.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Throwing on second and long. Hurts eluding the pressure right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
They'll look to throw here.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. Complete. This is Mitchell. Touchdown. A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Ravens stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
This is 1st and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, he was definitely the X factor. He had 3 touchdown passes, ran for another, and really had this defense grasping for straws throughout much of this ball game.
So for the Ravens, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.